a woman noticed something strange while on a flight. The plane had been in the air for a long time, yet they were still flying over an endless, uncharted forest. Suddenly, she heard a loud bang from outside the cabin. Then the propellers stopped working. The captain panicked. The GPS signal was lost. The plane had been flying blind, and fuel was nearly exhausted. Their only hope, the radio, received no response. In despair, the captain grabbed his phone and began recording his final words.
Cordelia, mi vida, soy yo.
The plane then plummeted uncontrollably. Terrified, the passengers clutched their seats, praying. Fortunately, the captain had once served in Russian aviation. Not only did he manage an emergency landing, but the passenger cabin remained mostly intact. Everyone escaped with only minor injuries except for the flight attendant, who hadn't been seated. The violent turbulence had snapped her neck. When the survivors went to check on the captain, they opened the cockpit door to find a branch impaled in his chest. He was clearly on the verge of death. As they debated how to save him, the damaged engine began spewing white smoke, then suddenly burst into flames. James, smelling the fumes, kicked open the cabin door, and everyone scrambled to escape. The two men inside the cockpit, ignoring the captain's injuries, brutally yanked the branch from his chest to drag him out. Meanwhile, instead of helping to put out the fire, James rushed to the cargo hold, desperately trying to retrieve his luggage. Thankfully, Mary, one of the few still thinking clearly, grabbed a fire extinguisher and put out the flames. She didn't understand why James' bag was so important, but there was no time to dwell on it. Aside from the flight attendant who had died in the crash, 9 survivors remained. None of them knew where they were. The primitive forest had no cell towers, no signal, no GPS. Worse, the oppressive heat made the overweight man, who had a history of serious illness, cough uncontrollably. His wife quickly handed him water, but after one sip, he realized they had to conserve supplies. The optimistic wife believed authorities must already know about the crash and would soon send help, but Mary disagreed. She thought rescue would take time, and they needed to prepare for survival. She suggested moving the flight attendant's body outside to prevent decomposition in the heat, which could make everyone sick. Watching this, the blonde woman buried her face in her boyfriend's chest in fear. Then, suddenly,